All right, Brian Armstrong TV. It's been a while since I made a video for my channel. I actually started another channel called Special Education TV, but it's probably gonna be a little rough going, and I'm probably gonna change the name of the channel. But today, I'm back, and then I've been going through a little transition with work and everything, and I'm finally back working. Well, I've been working, but not the way I needed to. But now I'm back on working full time, kinda. So I'm, just how it is. Most of the people that's been that's been subscribed to my channel, you could always see me on the road. So I was, driving. Went through a little break with that, and I'm back doing it. As you can see, here I am in a hotel on the road. But I just wanted to make a video about, believing in God, man, and because I've been working hard on my growth in the Word, and there's a lot of things have been coming to my, to my mind, been coming to a lot of understanding about a lot of things, and I just want to say to those that believe, man, don't stop believing. Don't let this world make you not believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Because this world, it has the adverse effect on us. Sometimes the opposite effect on us is when it comes to increasing your faith. And I can understand because, we human beings, we live in this world, and the things that, things that happen in this world sometimes, it'll make you lose faith if you let it, but, like I tell you, the past probably at least 30 days, I've been reading the Bible every single morning because I've read through the whole book of Proverbs, and that's 31 chapters. I've got to like 33 or 34 chapters of the Psalms. I was reading a Psalm and a Proverb every morning, and now I started reading, Psalms has 100 and something chapters, almost 160 some chapters, probably more. But I'm on like 30 with that. But of course, I ended Proverbs because that's only 31, and I started reading the first book of Corinthians, and doing that every day. A chapter of the book of Corinthians and a psalm. I do it at the minimum that every day, and I recommend that to anybody out there if you're looking to start, restart. Reading your word or anything like that, man, just start with that. Just read a psalm, reading a proverb every morning or every evening, however your schedule works. For something like today, I gotta read a psalm and a book in another chapter of Corinthians today. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't do it this morning because I was working so early. But this is, to start there, and it does wonders for you, man. And it changes a lot of things in your life. The frequency you get on, because it's a frequency. Just like people like to talk about energies and vibes and all that, man. The holy word, man, it's a vibe. It's a spiritual frequency. You know what I mean? And, you start losing things. You start losing people. You gain people. Though I've had some great conversations that just came out of nowhere about God from people I just met. And that's happened before, but I fell off. And that's the thing. Don't fall off. Stay on it. Don't let nothing distract you from that, because that's the whole game. Is to distract you from that. All this crap is to distract you from growing in that, because you start to. One thing the Bible does, man, it gives you your identity back. You get a new identity and a new start within yourself. And it's beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. I've never been so at peace with myself. I've never been so just okay with who I am. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been on that these 30 days, and like I said, I didn't even realize it was 30 days. Until really just now, I'm like, oh yeah, 30 chapters, and I've been doing that. So I've been doing it at least 30 days, every day. And that's just 1 month. And man, I feel great. Like you don't understand, like it gives you so much clarity, makes you understand yourself. The number one thing it's gonna make you do is look at yourself. That's first. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why so many people reject it, because nobody really want to look at themselves for real. Everybody kind of want to see themselves the way they want to see themselves. But one thing that Bible gonna do is gonna make you see who you are. You know what I'm saying? Who you are, what you become, what you were, whatever. It's gonna make you do that. And then you're gonna start to understand the things around you, the people around you. You know what I'm saying? The world you living in. And I'm just a baby in it, like I said in the Corinthians. Like I'm just a baby. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to that scripture. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just reading this the other day, and I was like, yeah, that's me, a baby. You know what I'm saying? In this, and that's okay. Be a baby. You gotta start somewhere. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read a couple of verses that I gotten from Corinthians, man. This is Corinthians 3-5. For I determined not to know anything among you save Jesus Christ and him crucified. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. And verse 6, how bet we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught, which means, come to nothing. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 3-8. Chapter 2, verse 14-16. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. For who have known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14-16. Chapter 3, verse 1-9. And our brethren could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babies in Christ. I have fed you with milk. See, I'm drinking milk. I ain't ready to eat meat yet. I'm a baby, but it's a wonderful thing, man. I'm looking at my own eyes right now. I'm sleepy because I've been up since like 11 o'clock last night. So you can see the bags, of course, but I feel great. Like I'm telling you, like just at peace, man. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. I fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able, for ye are yet carnal. For whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? For while one saith, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollos, are ye not carnal? Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos? But ministers, by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man. I have planted Apollos water, but God gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with God. You are God's husbandry. You are God's building. So, that's where I'm at. Oh, wait, I got more. Chapter 3, verse 18-23. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours, whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas, or the word, or the world, or life, or death, or things present, or things to come. All are yours, and ye are Christ, and Christ is God's. So, that's just letting you know you ain't got nothing. You ain't nothing, And most of us, we think we something because of, like you say, worldly possessions, the things you have here, and that's nothing, man. And the older you get, the more you realize it, the vain things that you chase. I was thinking, I've thought this thought more than once, but I was definitely thinking a few weeks ago, like, man, people put so much into having things in this world. We put so much into too bright. We put so much into having things in this world. And I was thinking, like, man, if I was a rich person and I had like millions of dollars, like, think about a guy that's like, maybe he got rich when he was like 25 or something. Imagine when he's like 55 and all his friends have died and everybody that he knew and has passed on. And he's walking down this big mansion, and let's say he did a lot of messed up things to have the money he got. That's got to be a lonely feeling to think, man, I did all this for this money and all this, and just to come to realize I don't really have nobody to share this with. Let's say his kids died before him. And me and another guy was having a conversation, and we were just talking about, your identity, the things that we make this world give us our identity. And this world that's not our identity. You know what I mean? The things you do to make money. At one point in time, I thought me working and taking care of people was my identity until I was sleeping in my car. And then I had to question myself, like, man, who are you? Because you're not the providing person and the taking care of people person that you thought you was. You can't even take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that was that was an eye opener for me when I realized that. Like, yeah, you think you just gotta take care of people, but now you can't even do for yourself. So, you know what I mean? How can you be that and you can't even take care of yourself? You know what I mean? But that was a hard lesson for me to learn and to wake up to. Like, yo, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you thought you was, you ain't that, And it's just it's a lot, man. It's a lot that this word will bring to you, man. And I'm just beginning. Like I said, I'm just 30 days, a little over 30 days in, probably like 35, 36 days in of consistent, work. So don't let nobody, discourage you, and understand that the more things you lose in this world, the more you can grow, the more you should grow closer to God, because we let that make us not believe in God, when in our actuality, you should be drawn closer to God. The more people betray you, the more lose favor with man in this world, the more closer you should get to God, because what else do you have? You know what I'm saying? I've been on the verge of just tears and feeling like, man, don't nobody care about me and all that. But I remember then, lately now, I just be picking up the Bible. And I be like, yeah, like you say, he'll never leave nor forsake you. People will, but this right here, it won't go nowhere. As long as you go to God. And believe me, God gonna do things to show you. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta see it. God gonna do things to show you that he won't leave you or forsake you. And all you gotta do is just keep walking towards him, and he gonna take steps towards you as you take steps towards him, man. Believe me. if I don't know nothing, I know that for a fact, and don't let nobody discourage you from God, man. Don't let nobody discourage you from God because that's all you got. In the end, that's all you got. And in these times we living in, I don't see why people still believe in man and people. It don't make no sense. Like we so crazy down here. I can't see why. Honestly, in all honesty, I can't see why. It's insane. This world is insane. So not even insane. That's the wrong word. People we use that word so crazy because that's just it is because we're doing the same things and expecting different results. But listen, if there's anybody out there, man, go get in your word, man, and let God break you down so He can build you up, man. Trust me. You know what I mean? I've I've struggled with a lot in my life. And just recently, I almost had like a mental breakdown from just telling you, man, like ever since I've been in this, everything in my life started falling apart. Like it felt like, and I had such a humbling experience, but that humbling experience, like I got fired from work. But during that time, I had to be humble and go back to working a job that I wasn't making nothing like what I was making before, and I was walking to work, bro, walking like a mile every day and walking a mile back sometimes, working for nothing, basically. But all that time I was in the book because I said, you know what? I ain't gonna wait till things get better. I'm gonna be in the book while things are not so good. And when I get back on my feet, like I'm getting back on my feet now, I'm still staying in this book because I don't wanna, because look at everything that went on. And I was on the down for like a month or two. You know what I mean? And just so much happened. People revealed themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? People's spirits, and it's all spiritual, So you gotta get on that frequency, man, and you'll see, you know what I'm saying? And I think people know, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen it before, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't stick with it because it's difficult to stick with when you want what you want in life. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna no it takes discipline to give God time. It does. And but I realized ain't nothing better to give your time to. Man is not what you should give your time to. Man don't care about you. Man don't care about none of us. You know what I'm saying? But God won't leave you, won't forsake you. Through this whole walk back that I've been on, God been right there the whole time. Making things happen. Making things happen good and bad. You know what I mean? So don't let nobody take that from you because that's all you got. And for people who don't believe, man, bump them because they too scared to try. If anybody got anything to say about your faith, tell them, well, you try. If you think I'm playing, don't believe me, you go do it and watch what happens. Really, truly, just give them a little bit of time because that's all I've been doing, just giving God a little bit of time every day, consistently. And it's amazing, bro. And sister, whoever may be looking, it's amazing. And I'm not saying I'm a whole new man, because it's a process. It's not something that you're not going, and it take work. You got to work at it. It's not something that you just, it just is going to magically, and you just going to be this new person. You got to work on yourself every single day. Excuse the hair, y'all. I'm going to get it straightened out in a couple of days. But you got to work on yourself every day, man. Every single day. But like I said, I've been working every single day for a month. Well, every single day if I missed the morning, I did it in the evening. If I missed the whole day, I did it the next day, So like I said, by the chapters, that's 30 days and more, actually. So about 33 based off of 34, 35 days, something like that. So just start somewhere. You don't have to do Proverbs and Psalms. That's just what I do. That's what I did. You can do Gospels. You can do Genesis. Do a book. Do a chapter of Genesis and a chapter of James, or a chapter of Galatians, and a chapter of Revelations. Just whatever, however you choose to do it, whatever's best for you. But give God some time every day, man. And it'll change your life. It'll change your perspective, your mind frame, your temperance with people. You'll realize, most things that's going on with yourself and things that's going on with other people, it's all a spirit, man. And once you change your frequency, the things that are not on that frequency, they gonna leave you. You know what I mean? Because it can't take it. You know what I mean? And or you know what I'm saying, to not be, because a lot of times I think we like to make the Bible this self-serving thing. You could be the problem in somebody else's life and you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? And once you get on that frequency, you will be, eliminated from somebody's life. So it might not even be that somebody getting eliminated from your life. You might be getting eliminated from somebody else's life, but maybe they didn't get on the frequency, but because you did, somebody got on it and it allowed it to God to do what God needed to do for for whatever purpose. Because to propose, what God doing is, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna say, it took somebody out of my life. It might have took me out of somebody's life, or it might have revealed a spirit in me that needed to be revealed. You don't know. It take a lot of self-examination and constant, study and prayer and meditation in this word to get to that level. Like I said, I'm just experiencing the beginnings, and believe me, it's gonna bring challenges to your life that you may or may not expect. So but it's all worth it, man. The peace of mind that it brings is incredible. It really is. And yeah, man, it's the only thing that's worth it. This other stuff is just a game, you know what I'm saying? The money and women and clothes and possessions and all that, that's nothing, it's just fleeting things. This is an eternal journey that you on, and it gives you understanding and a deeper knowledge and understanding of the world you living in. And it's like I say, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So that I don't think it means don't go get no earthly knowledge. It just said this is the beginning of the hunger for knowledge, the hunger for the rest of the knowledge. But it gives you a wisdom. I think it gives you a different kind of knowledge and wisdom to handle the knowledge that you get about this world, and to understand how to handle it, it's like how to work a machine, You don't know how to work the machine until you got the instruction manual. Like, this is the instruction manual for life, man. Hey, come on, man. This is the instruction manual for life. And we don't wanna pick up the manual, then we wonder why our life messed up. Or why our life ain't going exactly the way we want it to go. Listen, man, God gotta clean you up first. And if you don't go to him and just start, nothing's gonna happen. So don't be discouraged by nobody. And if you lose things in life, if you lose people, if you lose your family, if you lose anybody because you're trying to do the right thing, then they'll tell you what you had around you. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be family, whether that be your cousin, whether that be your whatever, people. And like I said, it could be you. You know what I'm saying? Never be so arrogant to think that you can't be a problem, because you don't want to be foolish and can't see yourself, you know. But honestly, for me, it made me look at myself first. It made me see my mistakes and my flaws. And don't let people persecute you. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of this book too, man. You know, because you gonna see yourself in it, and you have to ask God for forgiveness. And once you ask for God for forgiveness, don't worry about nobody else and what they think, because they may never forgive you. But you already got forgiveness from the Creator, so you know whether or not they do or not, it don't matter. You know. So Brown on Stone TV. I'll be back with some more stuff, man. I'll probably make another video sitting here because it's kind of early. And I don't know. I just might be up a little bit. I'm trying to get some sleep. When I wind back down, I'll go to sleep. Brown on Stone TV.